Hello Internet, and welcome to SonyCentric, the Outerhaven Productions official PlayStation podcast. Here, we talk about all PlayStation all the time. I'm your host, Jason Kwasnicki, and I'm joined here today by our lovely lord, the Commander-in-Chief, Keith Mitchell.
Hello everybody, having a great day hopefully.
We are also joined by our senior editor, Clinton Bowman.
Hey guys, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
And finally, I don't know whether I should give you some love or give you some hate today, so I'll just say, editor Mark Sullivan.
Thanks for at least the non-hate.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about some trademarks today. One, was actually pretty exciting. The other one kind of ripped the internet apart. Let's talk about the one that was exciting first, because we really don't know much about it, so we'll get to have a little bit of fun first with some speculation. On, what was it? I think it was in late December, December 28th. It was discovered that Sony Computer Entertainment of America had filed a trademark for a new IP, and the name was called Days Gone.
Alright. Now, I'm not even really sure I believe this yet, and I just kind of want to throw it out there, but is it possible that this could be the new Kojima Productions game?
Nope.
Why not?
Dude, I'm not sure that studio is even all together yet.
That's true.
Maybe
That's
Kojima
true.
has been sketching some shit while, he's having a beer at night, but I don't think they have any idea where they're going really as of now.
Time out. Kojima doesn't drink beers, he drinks the distilled essence of Konami tears. We all know this.
Yeah, that picture was awesome.
I'm just saying, like, him and Del Toro had something together. Maybe they carried some of that stuff over, and it's just an early trademark. Maybe nothing will come of it, but I want to believe it. Maybe I just want to tease the possibility.
Okay,
I'm not
fair
even
enough.
sure that I believe it myself. I just want to throw it out there as a possible option.
All right, Clinton?
Oh, it's really, really kind of hard to say. I mean, obviously it sounds like it's going to be a brand new IP, but the question is it going to be an IP for a video game or is it going to be an IP for TV? Because we know Sony wants to get into TV. They want to get that Netflix money.
They already have. They just haven't done much with it.
I mean, they had that one show.
Yeah.
That was it. I mean, Days Gone might be a television series. We never know.
That's actually a really good point.
I hadn't even thought of that, yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome, by the way.
Howard is like the only show, so we kind of all forget that that is a venture that they want to do.
Yeah, because think about it. I mean, even Microsoft wanted to get into that. With the whole Halo series.
Yeah, and that completely fell apart.
Well, it fell apart because nobody cared.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing with Powers. I mean, nobody cared about Power. So, like, in the same respect, I mean, Sony's been really doubling down on their TV efforts. I mean, honestly, PlayStation Vue is actually a pretty solid deal. If you don't like you having extra boxes in your house, they want to double down on production of original content. So I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being a television venture. But if it does end up being a game, we don't know the studio that wants to do this. Apparently it's Ben Studios that's doing this, right?
Yeah, that was my guess.
Don't be surprised that we're gonna hear about it at E3.
Okay. Keith, you've been kind of quiet?
Honestly, because I don't know what to make of this, because I was reading into this, and other than what everything you guys have already said, there was another article that talked about the classification of the filing, and they stated that it does have a Class 41 filing. Now, a lot of people may not be aware of what that is, but that means that this title, whatever it is, a game or TV show, it does have an online component, meaning it will be something either it just might be a video, might be a series, or it might be a game that focuses on online. Either way, we do know it has capability.
So it would be it could be a possible interactive television show. Like, you call into a number, or you log into a service and basically say, hey, what do you want to happen next?
And then again, it could be a game, for a Sony Ben Studio. We don't know. Like Clinton said, we may hear about E3. We might even hear about it even earlier. PAX South is the end of this month.
Yeah, and then PAX East is all the way in
April.
It would probably be PAX East.
Will be PAX East.
PAX South, PAX East, or E3.
Yeah, but Sony doesn't like to make appearances really all that much at like PAX, like from like previous experience. You know, like I can tell you, like going to PAX East, me and Keith, Microsoft was a huge presence.
They usually always are.
You know, like Sony wasn't even there; they didn't care. So it was like Sony did their own thing. But yeah,
No, but they were there. They were there the year before, and they did it pretty big.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when I first saw it, I had this sounds like Last of Us sequel title. This sounds same exact tone. Maybe they're just coming up with a new story in that same world, just pretty much as everybody's been asking, that sort of deal. And then I saw a nice little GIF on NeoGAF, Days Gone, and a bunch of drunk, passed out guys around a picnic table. So
that title can mean anything. You know, it could be people reminiscing about, you know, their past lives, or they're fucked up, they're in jail, and they're like, wow, I made such a mess of my life. Or maybe it's the end of the world and everybody's reflecting back on how the world used to be. It could be anything.
Oh, remember when the Kill Strain trademark went through, and people were thinking it was a new Siphon Filter game?
Siphon Filter, remember those?
Dude,
Yeah.
I love that.
989 game.
That didn't turn out in anyone's favor.
We'll just have to wait and see, guys.
Okay, so now that we've had a bit of fun, let's move on to the more controversial topic of late. So, Sony tried to trademark the term "Let's Play,"
And they got shut down by the U.S.
yeah,
Patent Office.
pretty.
Next.
Hold on, let me finish. So it was they were pretty specific in what they were trying to trademark. They were trying to trademark the electronic transmission, of gameplay and whatnot. It was pretty explicit what they were trying to do, or at least what they were trying to trademark. And yes, like you said, the patent office shut them down, not because the term was too ubiquitous, or the what they were requesting was kind of obnoxious, but because it would conflict with an existing name, LP Let's Play. I'm not too familiar with it. Are you guys?
I've never heard of it until they tried to trademark it.
What are
Never
those?
heard
I
of
don't
it.
know.
Okay, so yeah, that was the reason the patent office gave, and this kind of set the internet afire, or ablaze, I should say. Everybody was kind of like, "Oh no, YouTube is gonna die."
But hold on. First of all, yo, by saying that, that's stupid. You stupid. Like, YouTube ain't gonna die. Second of all, yo, nobody should care anymore, and I'll tell you why. Because it's been quelled. It's been stopped. It's stopped. Dead. It is done. It is finito.
It's actually not. That's the problem. It's not dead. Sony has up to June to appeal that.
No, it's dead for now. And until they appeal it, it's dead for now.
That's if they appeal it.
Exactly. It's dead for now. There's no real point to really care and get all up in arms about it.
Well, let me put out some information real quick, and this isn't from personal research. This was something actually that Rooster Teeth pointed out in, I think it was on The Know, a video of theirs. And obviously they're pretty invested in this, as they have an entire channel called Let's Play, dedicated to Let's Plays.
Well, yeah.
And this is their business. So they pointed this out, and this is just regarding the whole controversy regarding, the monetization of YouTube videos. There is a clause in the law regarding trademarks. There is a clause called prior use. Sony can't just come in and trademark the term "Let's Play" and then go tell everybody who uses that term on the internet, "Hey, cough up, some money." Prior use protects them from that. So
yeah, obviously.
So I think a lot of the fear and anger was a little overblown. I'm just saying in terms of how devastating this would be. I think personally, Sony was trying to trademark this. I don't know if I'm not going to speculate as to whether or not they were trying to do a marketing campaign, or whether or not they're thinking about putting out new software with regards to streaming.
Well, no, I think it's a marketing campaign, man. Like it's I'm not saying it's obvious it's a marketing campaign, but this is where Sony was going with it from jump.
But here's the problem, though.
This is for the play. This is for the play. Sorry, like this is for the players and all that good stuff. Like,
right.
It was a logical progression.
But here's the problem with that. Here's the logic behind that. They didn't have to trademark "This is for the players." So why would you have to do that for Let's
Didn't
Play?
they trademark that?
You don't have to trademark a phrase.
I feel like they did.
Just like Microsoft didn't trademark jumping. It's a phrase.
Well, here's what my thought process was. Obviously, if Sony was dumb enough to want to go and monetize all this stuff on YouTube, or by monetize I mean go and claim copyrights, or actually, I'm sorry, trademark on all these YouTubers, they would have to go to hell and back to actually accomplish that. My thought process was this was more to trademark this phrase against Microsoft and Sony, or Microsoft and Nintendo, I'm sorry. So as in, if, you know, Microsoft and Nintendo want to go in and start introducing the same kind of streaming, proprietary streaming services, they wouldn't be able to use that ubiquitous term.
I hear that.
I mean, all in all, I just think it's a dumb move, what they were trying to use it for, and it sets a bad precedent.
Ain't nobody disagreeing with that.
Because if they do it, okay, say they did it, and say they got away with it, who's to stop other companies from doing the same thing? And it'll get to the point where you can't use any type of word combination because, oh, it's trademark. You can't use this. You can't say this without paying us. I'm glad that the patent office shut them down because it was dumb. And they shut them down because somebody else already has a trademark and that's similar, but spelled differently. But I'm glad that they stopped them. And I would love for Sony to come out and explain why they did that.
Yeah,
and why they thought it was a good idea.
I'm sure, you know, Sony has been really on the ball with PR this generation, so I'm sure they weren't dumb enough. The entire way the PlayStation 4 launch was framed, I mean, granted, yes, a lot of that was kind of wait and see, and looking at how Microsoft fucked theirs up.
I mean,
that wasn't wait and see, because they had the exact same plan going forward. They just was like, ooh, look what the gamers did. Now we have to make an adjustment.
Yeah, I said that from the get-go.
Kind of like WWE booking. I'm sorry.
I said that from the get-go. I didn't like that because it was a toss-up. If Sony had went first, Microsoft probably would have changed their shit. Then Microsoft would have looked like the good guy. But Microsoft went first.
Regardless, though, they have maintained that message, and they've been pretty good about framing their whole marketing strategy around being for the gamers.
No, they haven't, because honestly, the last 6 months of Sony screwing up in so many different ways has basically negated all of that. Like, hold on. They'll still have the sales advantage. They'll still have the sales advantage because I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm only speaking for the American public. The American consumer might be the dumbest consumer on the planet. But
wow.
Aside from PSN issues, though, what are you referring to?
I mean, most of it is PSN issues.
But aside from that, everything else has been pretty spot on. They've really taken the limelight this generation.
Yeah, well, then again, also with the order and a couple other things.
I want to address how you think one went before the other, because the PS4 was revealed before the Xbox One was.
No, the details of the Xbox One was revealed before the details of the PS4. The PS4 had Sony went first at E3 and announced everything that's like Microsoft did announce. Microsoft would have looked really good because they would have ended up reneging everything.
They had still announced stuff. They had still revealed that it was a thing in February, long before.
But that's not what we're talking about.
No, we're not talking about that. We're like Clinton said, they're talking about the details of how the system was going to work and the offerings.
Well, I feel like there were details and offerings revealed back in February, but
no, they weren't revealed in February.
Maybe not to the extent that you guys.
We didn't know we didn't know pricing. We didn't know features.
Okay, hold on. One at a time. All right, who wants to go?
Continue.
Go ahead, Keith.
No, I was gonna say there was a couple articles about that where they went back and stated they were, they had to change their presentation because they saw the response that Microsoft got regarding the used games and the DRM. They changed their stuff.
That's fair enough.
Exactly. So Sony's not the shining beacon of gamer salvation that you think they are.
No, I'm not claiming that, but what I'm saying is their PR has been on the ball in making the general public and most importantly the casual gamer think that. So it doesn't matter what really is going on.
I'll disagree with that 100%. Like honestly, the casual gamer give two damns about the PS4 because they got their iPhones and their Galaxies. Like real shit,
dude. The PS4 has sold, is it 29 or 39 million by end of 2015?
Worldwide?
Yeah, that you don't get that far. You don't get that far with just hardcore gamers. Casual gamers are all about PS4 right now.
Are you? I don't even want to speculate what that sound was.
That was clapping, slow clapping.
We can't see, thank God.
I mean, whether or not they're a shining knight that like you're saying, they have been nailing PR.
I don't think they would be dumb enough to make the move to just try and strike all of these YouTube videos.
Whoa, time out. You don't think Sony won't be dumb enough? I would like to take you back to E3 2006. We have the PlayStation 3 for $599 US. That's not even that. Here's a bigger mess up on Sony's front. Grand Theft Auto 4 and that whole 1 year exclusivity fiasco because of the fact that they didn't want to put money into that shit. So Microsoft came in and said, yo, we know what the gamers want. Let's get this Grand Theft Auto thing going for a full year, exclusive content, full on year. So Sony messed up on that one. They've messed up with the PS3 on so many different occasions. Oh, let's talk about PSN a couple years back where it was shut down for almost a month and a half.
But we're not talking about PS3. We're talking about PS4.
But also in the same respect, you just said Sony can't be dumb enough.
You can't. It's not good practice to hold a company accountable for things they did in the past and going forward.
Yeah, we're also talking a decade ago. Hold on. Clinton, we're talking
straight up. But I'm gonna say it straight up. You say that, Keith, but I'm sorry. People still do that for Nintendo, Sega, Microsoft, Sony, everybody else. So
they still do it for Sony. They definitely still do it for Sony too. But what they're saying is they've done a better job.
There, like, you're citing things that have happened over a decade ago. Hold on.
Not dumb enough. Don't say they're not dumb enough.
No,
not
again,
to do these things.
You're taking it out of context. They wouldn't be dumb enough now after all the dumb shit they've done in the past. They're making the general assumption that you would think they would learn by now.
We're talking about a different PR team
and
as well.
Also in the same
it's different people behind the helm.
You're still giving them too much credit. You're giving everybody too much credit. Me personally, I barely give people credit. And when I do give them credit, there's a good reason for it. Because it's so much unknown variables. But then there's a lot of variables that we do know about Sony that's kind of scary going forward. And the fact that they came up and did this and literally it raised up the whole freaking snake. Blink!
The whole what?
The exclamation in Grand Theft and not Grand Theft in Metal Gear,
like when you alert a guard.
Yeah, when you alert a guard.
Why did? Never mind.
God damn it, Keith! Our entire site is named the Outerhaven.
No, I'm trying to figure out why he put that into the conversation.
Because it raised an alert from everybody.
Look, I don't disagree with you, Clinton, that there is some sort of business angle to this that may or may not benefit gamers directly. I just don't think they would be dumb enough to go through the legal, not even a battle, a legal war to try and take over a large chunk of YouTube money. It would destroy their image as a company. It would severely cripple them. It would be worse than what happened with Konami and Kojima.
I don't think anything could be worse than that.
No, dude, it would be worse.
Even Nintendo didn't go that bad.
Oh, the Square Enix CEO even picked that out or spoke publicly about how he thought that was a train wreck, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to
I'm pretty sure everybody saw that and realized, wow, we're never going to get that bad.
My point exactly. This story has ripped apart the internet just like it ripped apart this podcast. Clearly, we are divided on this issue.
But I feel like we need to move on because there's too much with your latest bringing it back.
The Dark Cloud.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. Wasn't that something that you had like in the works though? Like,
well, no, we knew about Dark Cloud 2 before they even announced PS2 games coming. That was a rating that they got a while back, but now it's official on the PlayStation Blogcast. They made the drop over there, Ryan Clements. That it's coming next week on Tuesday. So check out our article over on the Outerhaven. I'm
Wow.
Man, I just I'm sorry.
Strike that
Keith,
from the record.
So yeah, you can check that out next week and whatnot. And also, we had another PSN outage recently. It was down for not even a full day. I'm pretty sure they had it up by the end of the day, and they extended PSN
for a day.
For a day, yeah. Your PS Plus privileges and whatnot for a day. Anybody have anything to add to either of those two stories?
Nope, not really.
No.
Except for that one dude who argues with us that PSN never goes down.
Yeah.
I remember you, guy. I definitely remember you.
That was pretty funny because I wasn't home that entire day, and I get home at like 2 in the morning. I'd been waiting and busting tables all day, and I see this massive like war on that article page, and there were all these views. I'm like, holy shit! Like I just started here. How are all these views up on my like this tiny little article? And it's just giant troll war.
You should have put your flame shield up. You knew that was coming.
All right, so I think we talked a good amount about this stuff. This has been SonyCentric, the Outerhaven Productions official PlayStation podcast. I'm your host, Jason Kwasnicki, and we've had the pleasure of debating these topics with Editor-in-Chief Keith Mitchell, Mark Sullivan, Clinton Bowman.
Man, it's hot in here. Let's finish this up.
Remember to go check us out at YouTube over at the Outerhaven Productions. Like this video if you liked it, I guess. Or if you didn't like it, please like it anyway. Subscribe for more, and as always, have a great week. This has been SonyCentric. Peace out, everybody.
Goodbye.
Peace out.
F-beans.